हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना न भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। रेणुका looked at everyone. She put her hand on her head. Get up, everyone is looking at me. Many people have even made videos. Remember, if you don't marry me, I'll commit suicide. I'll jump from the top floor of this mall. Janvi started laughing at their conversation. You were trapping him. You got trapped yourself. By the way, you two make a good pair. I like you. If he agrees, I'll call you Jijaji. Seeing the two of them, Janvi's mood changed. Look, your friend has also agreed. Now you agree too. Pradeep Mehta's aunt had arrived. Preeti met her very warmly. Preeti supervised the cooking for her aunt. While eating, the aunt was praising Preeti. It was good, Pradeep, that you got married. She's a good girl. Varun left us. You know how much he loved you. But what can we do? The aunt was telling Pradeep. But I'm happy to see you both happy together. I thought you'd never get married. I'm so happy to hear the good news today. You'll see, my Varun will return. They talked for a while. I'm very tired. I want to sleep, the aunt said after eating. She quickly went to her room, as she had come after a long journey. Pradeep Mehta and Preeti came into the room. Pradeep Mehta picked up his pillow and a blanket and started placing them on the sofa. I'll sleep on the sofa, he said. Preeti looked at the size of the sofa and Pradeep's size. You are so tall and broad. How will you sleep on this? I'll sleep, Preeti said. No, you should be comfortable, he said. There's such a big bed. We'll both sleep on it, Preeti said. Pradeep looked at Preeti at her words. Preeti had picked up the pillow and blanket and placed them on the bed. Pradeep picked up his laptop and started to leave. I'll come and sleep in a while. You rest, he said. You can work sitting here. I'm not sleepy. It's too early. Preeti also picked up a book and started reading. Both became engrossed in their work. After a while, Pradeep Mehta spoke. Preeti? Yes. Preeti looked at Pradeep Mehta. When do the babies start moving in the womb? I mean, when do you start feeling them fully? Preeti smiled at his words. Not yet. Honestly, I don't know much either. Preeti placed her hand on her stomach. Pradeep also placed his hand on her stomach. It just struck me again. Sorry, he said. It's okay. Nothing is apparent yet. It hasn't even been 5 months. We'll talk to the doctor. What do you think? Will it be a boy or a girl? He said. What do you want? Preeti said. I want my Varun to come back, Pradeep said. He will come back there, Preeti also said. He put his laptop aside and Preeti put her books aside. Both fell asleep, talking about small things. The next morning, Janvi woke up late. She checked the time as soon as she got up. So much time has passed. Even grandfather hasn't woken me up. She was late for college. She came out of her room. In the living room, she saw Jairaj at the dining table. He was having breakfast. She felt she was seeing things. She rubbed her eyes. Good morning, Jairaj said, looking at her. What are you doing here? Where is grandfather? She looked around. Check your phone. Grandfather must have messaged you. She went back to her room and checked her WhatsApp. There was a message from her grandfather. Beta, I'm going to Haridwar for a few days. You two talk amongst yourselves and I hope by the time I return, you will have resolved your matter. Call me if needed. She returned to the living room. Where is my grandfather? The message is there. She made a call. After 2 or 3 rings, grandfather picked up. My daughter is awake, grandfather said. What is Mr. Singhania doing in our house? Janvi asked. Beta, I'll be back in a few days. I've spoken to him and please, you also listen to him with a calm mind. Grandfather hung up. Serve madam some tea. Will you have breakfast or tea? Jairaj said. No, I don't want breakfast, nor do I want tea. She started moving towards the door to leave the house. She was very angry. Where are you going? He asked. To hell. Listen to me. She came back. What is there left to hear? If you've come for a signature, I'll sign it. Please, my life has just started to get back on track. Why have you come now? She started moving towards the door again. He got up, held Janvi's wrist and made her sit on the sofa. Look, if you wanted to convince me, you would have come before this. It's simple, there must be some other reason you've come. Tell me directly. If you want a divorce, I'm ready. I don't want anything from you. We'll get a divorce, but we haven't even celebrated our wedding night yet, Jay said with a smile. There was mischief in his eyes. Talk within your limits. She started to stand up again. If you're not listening to me, what else can I say? Please comment on my series and also give a rating. Tell me in the comments how you are liking my series. Remember to follow me and give a review. हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। Preeti's eyes opened as the alarm rang. She wanted to show herself as a good daughter-in-law in front of her aunt. Her mother had also told her to behave like a good daughter-in-law. As soon as the alarm rang, she barely opened her eyes and tried to turn it off. But her hand couldn't reach the phone. She opened her eyes properly and saw. The phone was on the side table and she was quite far from it. She had moved from her place and come next to Pradeep Mehta. He was sleeping curled up in his place. She didn't feel bad at all that she was sleeping very close to Pradeep Mehta. She got up from her place and went outside. She saw that her aunt was already awake before her. "Good morning, Buaji," Preeti said. "Come, child, come. You woke up so early?" Preeti said. "I went to sleep early last night, so my eyes opened early. I'll make tea for both of us," Preeti said and went to the kitchen. Both were sitting together drinking tea. Bua was telling stories from Pradeep and Varun's childhood, and Preeti was smiling listening to her. Pradeep Mehta got up. He saw both of them talking outside. He felt good too. "You sit. I'll bring tea for you." Preeti brought tea for Pradeep as well. Both were very comfortable with each other. "Okay, all right. Tell me what you have to say," Janvi said. "But say it quickly. I have to go to college. I don't have time." "Okay, the matter is," Jairaj began to say, "you didn't just cut me out of your life. Mom, Dad, everyone blocked me. I couldn't talk to them either. Yog must be saying he wants to go to Mom, but no one could reach me. I even asked Pradeep Mehta. He said no one was home. When Mom and Dad are not here, then I didn't ask him, because I understood that until you want it, Yog cannot meet me," Janvi said. Jairaj was looking intently at Janvi's face. She was very angry. "Mr. Singhania, don't tell me what happened. Tell me why you've come. You haven't come here without a reason." "Janvi, listen to me," he began to say. He wanted to talk to Janvi, but she was not listening to him at all. "Look, what I saw was not a lie. Khushi had come out of your room and you were drunk. As soon as you left my house, you went out to party. And I had seen this even before the wedding. You didn't even ask how I was once. You must have known that I was in the hospital. What will you say now? You will have to divorce me. What's the story?" Tears welled up in Janvi's eyes, which she wiped and then started to leave. "How will it be clear until you listen to me? What will you tell me? What truth will change that what I saw was an illusion of my eyes? Where you didn't contact me, when Mom and Dad also blocked me? I don't want to hear lies, Mr. Singhania." She went into her room and closed the door. She thought he would leave on his own. She went and lay down on the bed. Anika had come to Renuka's house with her mother. Renuka was leaving for college. "Are you going to college, dear?" Anika's mother asked. "Yes, Auntie." "Anik, go drop Renuka to college," her mother said. "No, Auntie, it's okay. I'll go myself." "He will drop you. You go," Renuka's mother also said. "Okay, come on." Renuka had no choice but to agree. Anik Verma went and started his car, and Renuka sat with him. "You show up whenever you feel like it. What's the work this early in the morning? Are you going to have breakfast at my place every day now? You didn't give me breakfast. Your driver is acting so smart." "And what do you want? There's no need to act too smart." Renuka kept venting her anger at him the whole way, and he listened to her smiling. The car stopped in front of the college. Both of them got down. "Why are you dropping me? Go back from where you came." She started to go into the college, but Anik was following her. "Then why are you coming after me?" "Just like that, to roam around the college. I'm thinking of taking admission to your college." He came in with her. As Renuka was entering the college, Anik was with her. Girls were staring at him. Girls nowadays have lost their minds. What is there to look at in him? Haven't they seen boys? "You're jealous," Anik said, running his hand through his hair. "Jealous? My foot. Why would I be jealous?" "Okay, leave it. When will your class finish? I'll come to pick you up." "I'll go myself." "No need," she said, and went into her class, and Anik remained there. Janvi felt hungry while lying on the bed. She thought 2 hours had passed, and Jairaj must have definitely left. She opened her door. She saw no one in the living room. The maid hadn't come today either. She found nothing to eat. She picked up Maggie and started making it. After making the Maggie, she put it on a plate and came and sat on the sofa. You should have brought a spoon. Suddenly, Jairaj came from the balcony side. You are still here? Jairaj came and sat next to her. He took the spoon from Janvi's hand and started eating the Maggie. You make good Maggie. Seriously, Mr. Singhania, I told you to leave and you are still not going. Jairaj was sitting right next to her. His shoulder was touching Janvi's shoulder. He brought his face close to Janvi's cheek and whispered right in her ear, I don't intend to leave like this. Due to his closeness, Janvi suddenly looked at him. He was also looking into Janvi's blue eyes. Then suddenly, Janvi came to her senses and started to get up. Jay placed the plate of Maggie on the table and pulled her by the hand. She fell straight into Jairaj's lap and Jairaj took her in his arms. Janvi tried to get up, but he didn't let her. Amazing! When a beautiful girl is in your lap, who would want to get up? He started moving closer to her lips. At first, Janvi didn't understand. Then she put her hand on her lip. हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। It wasn't the intention to leave. Due to his words spoken so closely, Janvi suddenly looked at him. He was also looking into Janvi's blue eyes. Then suddenly, Janvi regained consciousness and started to stand up. Jay placed Maggie's plate on the table and held her hand and pulled her. She directly fell into Jairaj's lap, and Jairaj held her in his arms. Janvi tried to get up, but he didn't let her. It's amazing. A beautiful girl is in your lap, and who lets her get up? He began to move close to her lips. At first, Janvi didn't understand. Then she placed her hand on her lips. Instead of placing his lips on her lips, Jairaj kissed her neck. Janvi shivered from his closeness. Let me go, she started saying to him. No intention, he said casually. I will raise an alarm. You can definitely do that. I never stopped you. She was still in his lap and completely under his control. Renuka entered the class. She did not see Janvi nor Preeti. She came out of the class looking around. She saw that there were 2 or 3 girls standing near Anik. They were talking to him. Seeing them, her anger rose. She called Preeti. Preeti, didn't you come today? My aunt came today. I won't be able to come to college for a few days because of her. Preeti said and cut the call. Then she called Janvi. There was a voice from the room. My phone is ringing, he said and heard the phone ringing. Okay, pick it up, Jay said. She went to pick up her phone from the room. Where are you? You haven't come to college yet, Renuka said. By then, she reached where Anik was standing while talking to Renuka. Mr. Singhania came, Janvi said. What? Renuka said. Why did he come here? He wants to talk to me. What's left to talk about? There's no need to listen to his words. Get him out of there. If needed, call me, Renuka said. What does he think he is? If needed, call me. Renuka cut the call. Anik, who was near Renuka, heard their conversation. Renuka said to Anik, Haven't you gone yet? What are you doing? Did you talk to Janvi? He asked. Yes, she came to talk to Jairaj Singhania. Renuka informed. You did wrong, Renuka. They both should talk. Anik started explaining her. It's been more than 4 months. He didn't even inquire about her. It was necessary to keep her away for her security. That's why he distanced himself from Janvi. He and Yug were in a very big problem. That's why he deliberately pushed Janvi aside. Okay, does distancing reduce the danger? No, it reduced. She was in front of Jairaj Singhania's eyes. As long as Jairaj was unconscious that night, intoxicated, just for those hours was Janvi alone. He regained consciousness almost after midnight. The first thing he did after regaining consciousness was to worry about Janvi's security. Janvi was never alone. Jairaj's security always surrounded him, and he also made arrangements for her to stay there. That flat is Jairaj's car. Jairaj wants her. Wanting is small. She is his life. Janvi and Yug are the 2 people for whom Jairaj can do anything, even distance himself for their lives. Okay, I'm going, he said and left, and Renuka also started thinking. Was it really like that? She ran after him. Why are you following me? Anik said. Don't you have to attend classes? How do you know all this? How much do you know Jairaj? Are you one of his men? Tell me the truth. Why are you following me? Because I love you. What to do? I fell in love with this angry girl. He came back to his original avatar. He was joking with her. Look, I don't like this kind of thing that you do. Okay, what do you like? He stopped and brought his face close to Renuka's face. Renuka pushed him away with both her hands. Everyone is watching. This is college. Then let's go somewhere else. Anik winked. Be serious sometimes. Why aren't you listening to me? Then what should I tell you? Let's go out on a date, Anik said smiling. We can go on a date, whatever you want, just ask me. Renuka pushed him away. Go, I don't want to talk to you. Okay, I will come to pick you up from college. You attend classes now. Anik took out his keys and started towards his car. Renuka kept watching him go from behind. What does he know about Jairaj Singhania? As soon as he told her about Jairaj, Renuka's anger towards Anik increased even more. She called Janvi again. When Janvi was about to pick up her phone, Jairaj took the phone from her hand. I'm right in front of you and you don't talk to me. You just keep busy with your friends. Watch out, stay away from me. Janvi moved back and Jairaj moved forward. While doing so, Janvi stood by the wall of the living room and Jairaj came close to her. Watch out, no disrespect to me. She placed both her hands on Jairaj's chest to stop him. What I do with you is not disrespect, it's love. We are husband and wife. हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। Stay away from me. Janvi began to back away and Jairaj moved forward. As they did this, Janvi found herself pressed against the living room wall and Jairaj had come very close to her. Look, don't you misbehave with me. She tried to stop him, placing both her hands on his chest. Whatever I do with you, it's not called misbehavior. It's called love. We are husband and wife. Janvi was now against the wall. Jairaj had trapped her by placing his hands on either side of her between the walls. Come on, let me go, Janvi said. I have no intention of doing that. There was a strange intoxication in his eyes which Janvi could see. Due to his closeness, Janvi too began to weaken, but she managed to control herself and tried to push him away. But he didn't budge even a little when she pushed him. Janvi tried to push him away, holding his chest, but he didn't move. Let me go, Janvi said again. Janvi's gaze fell on the bulging veins in Jairaj's neck. For a moment, she forgot that she was a little annoyed. She came back to her senses when he came even closer. Why are you coming so close to me? Leave me. But he didn't listen to her. He brought his face very close to hers. Look, don't you dare misbehave with me. Janvi was angry. Just then, the doorbell rang. It seems someone has arrived, Janvi said happily. Why are you so happy? Who were you waiting for? Jairaj moved away from Janvi. I'll go open the door. Let's see who it is that you're waiting for. Jairaj went and opened the door. It was Pradeep Mehta and another man was with him. Come in, I was waiting for you both. They both came inside. Janvi remained where she was, watching them. Good morning, madam, both of them said. Jairaj gestured for them to sit. They sat down. The man with Pradeep Mehta opened his bag and started taking out documents. He's our lawyer. He needs your signature on some documents. When Jairaj said this, Janvi looked at him and smiled slightly. I know, she thought, what documents would they be? Probably divorce papers. Where do I need to sign? Janvi asked. The lawyer got up and came to Janvi, indicating the places where she needed to sign. Janvi signed every paper without reading them. Okay, I'm leaving now, the lawyer said. I'm not coming to the office today, Jairaj told him. No problem, sir. Your signatures are already done. I will complete the remaining formalities. The man left. Now only Pradeep Mehta remained. Bhabhi, please take care of yourself, he said to Pradeep Mehta. Why are you calling me Bhabhi now? She said to Pradeep Mehta. Why can't I call you Bhabhi? He said in surprise. We are divorced, Janvi said. What divorce? And when did we get divorced? Jairaj was surprised. What were these signatures for? Jairaj laughed at her words. Stupid girl, he said. Pradeep Mehta was watching them both. You didn't tell madam what these signatures are for, and you signed papers without reading or knowing what they were. What is this? He said to Janvi. In life, you should never sign anything without knowing what it is. He began to explain to Janvi. So what were these papers for? Sir, will you tell her or should I? You tell her, Jairaj told him. 51% of the company shares were in Sir's name and the remaining 49% are with his other family members. So, Janvi said, he had already transferred 20% of the shares to Yog earlier. Out of the remaining 31%, 10% shares have now been transferred to your name. To my name, Janvi said in surprise. Yes, and along with this, if something happens to Sir, meaning Mr. Jairaj Singhania, then you will be the guardian of Yog's custody and his shares. And also, the 21% shares in Sir's name will also be transferred to your name. And along with Sir, if something happens to you along with Jairaj Singhania, then all the shares will be transferred to Yog. And if you have another child at that time, then to them. A committee will oversee all this until the children grow up. Janvi listened to his words in surprise. I am leaving now. Sir is also not coming to the office, so I have a lot of work. He got up from his place. Then he looked at Janvi. Never make such a mistake in life. You shouldn't sign without reading. You need to be very responsible. This is a big business. It won't work like this. And Mr. Singhania needs your help. With such childishness, you can put yourself as well as your family in danger. Saying this, Pradeep Mehta left. As soon as he left, Janvi looked at Jairaj. What was all this? What you heard, he said disinterestedly. Why were shares transferred to my name and why are you giving me Yog's custody? What does it mean if something happens to Jairaj Singhania? If, by chance, you hadn't come to the hotel that day, I might have died. At that time, there was nothing like this, so the shares in my name would have gone to Yog and his custody to Alisha. And I know what Alisha is. So, you weren't under the influence of any drugs that night and happiness. हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना न भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। Why were the shares transferred in my name? And why are you giving me Yog's custody? What does this mean if something happens to Jairaj Singhania? If by chance you hadn't come to the hotel that day, I might have died. At that moment, there was nothing, so the shares in my name would have gone to Yog and his custody to Alisha. And I know what Alisha is. So, didn't you give her any drugs last night? And what was she doing happily there? When you left home, I got a message from a friend. Come over, it's been a long time since we met. Which friend? Janvi asked. You don't know him. He doesn't live in India. He lives abroad. After you left, I didn't feel like staying. I went there without security. He had colluded with Alisha. Not just Alisha, but Rekha Bhabhi, her brother and her younger sister. It was a big plan against me. Actually, they wanted to make videos of me while I was intoxicated, so that they could show that I am characterless, that I have relationships with many women. This would have gotten her Yog's custody, and along with Yog's custody, his shares as well. She was once a Hollywood heroine, but now she's a flop. She's in a bad state from drinking. She takes drugs. She has gone bankrupt. So, through Yog, she was seeing my money coming to her. That's why she made this plan. But their entire plan failed because of you. They got scared because you and Renuka saw them from there. Then Anik helped me a lot. That hotel belongs to him. Jay started explaining. Why didn't you come to me earlier? It's been so many days. You could have told me. Janvi's anger wasn't subsiding. I kept you away for your security. And who said I wasn't with you? You were in my side all the time. He smiled. And Yog, Mom-Dad's phone, was all this done by you? Why did they block me? They are not here. I have kept Mom-Dad and Yog outside the country, somewhere unknown to anyone. Their numbers are switched off. I don't know why I still don't believe you, Mr. Singhania. What game are you playing with me? Janvi said. What's the need to send someone to prove your character? I saw you at the hotel before the wedding. Anyone could have easily made a video with you. It's not that difficult. Look, I will explain everything to you, but please forgive me. I love you. I want you, Jairaj said. I know. I came into your life then. You weren't mine then, nor did I have such a desire. But when you claim to be mine and then appear with someone else, it's very difficult for me. Janvi still wasn't believing him. Okay, don't believe me, but I'm going to stay here with you. No, absolutely not. You go back from where you came. I need time to think. I promise, Dada, I'm not leaving until he arrives. Forget all this. Let's cook. Come on, help me. The maid is there. She will help. Where did she go today? I had given her leave. I will cook for you. All right, go ahead and cook then. She got up and went back to the room. She was thinking about what Jairaj had said. She came out again. She saw Jairaj trying to make something in the kitchen, searching for vegetables in the fridge. So, you came to help me, he said. No, does Mr. Pradeep Mehta know everything? Yes, Jairaj said. And Preeti, does she know? It's simple, she's his wife. He must have told her that much. And it's so strange, isn't it, that a man like Pradeep Mehta can tell his wife, but you didn't think it was necessary to meet me? Janvi became even angrier. Jairaj hit his head. I should think before I speak. She wants to fight with me under some pretext. She went back to the room. When Janvi didn't come out of the room for a while, Jay went after her into the room. He pushed the door. It was open. Janvi was sitting on the sofa. Why are you sitting so sadly? Come out. I've made Maggie for both of us. I don't want to eat. Why don't you want to eat? He grabbed her hand. Let go of me. When Janvi didn't listen, Jay picked her up in his lap. Put me down, she said. Absolutely not. He took her outside. He sat Janvi on a chair and placed a bowl of Maggie in front of her on the dining table. I make very tasty Maggie, Jairaj said. Seriously, I'm telling the truth. Mr. Singhania, I hate you. Saying this, Janvi started crying loudly. Jairaj got up, came behind her chair and took her in his arms from behind. But I can't, he said.